Hello everyone. So I'm here to make a tutorial about a moving simple train in Minecraft that I made. Before I begin the tutorial, I want to tell you something. I will be explaining in detail how this works. So if you only want to make one of these, just skip the explanation. Another note is that I'm not the one who made the train. The design was from Visual Style. Before I actually begin to make the building, I want to explain you something about how this works just if you don't know. So there are actually blocks that we can go through and that are pushable at the same time. And these are like a little collection of blocks that can be pushed. Oh, that was it. Sorry for the interrupting. So here is the proof. You can actually push them in, yeah. And a person have like a limit pushing of 12, so that's gonna be what is limiting the performance of our machine. So I push here and yeah, it's reflecting, but if I add a block, yeah, it won't be able to push. Now you may be thinking, if I add 2%, so this will mean that I will actually be able to push 2 times more blocks. Well, you're wrong, because each piston there are like calculating the amount that they are gonna push individually. Yeah. Okay, so now I want to present you the main part that will make our train advance, and this is the engine. So just a note about this engine, I'm not the one who made it. There was someone else whose username I don't know, but like it's as efficient as the redstone one, and it can go in both direction, but will only like go in one direction. So there will like only be one sticky piston in the whole system. I know, only one. And here. So you can see that it is very fast, not too fast, but not too slow either. Yeah. And I want to like give a basic example of what all this part here, yeah, this big part here is for. So basically there is gonna be a chain reaction, which means that when we got a block like the piston that's gonna make everything move, the observer blocks, when it will be moved, it will do a redstone tick, and then this redstone tick will activate this piston, which himself gonna push these 12 blocks, and these 12 blocks have more pistons that gonna push a big chunk of stone. So demonstration here, and there is one main problem with like this sort of system is when it is confronted to an obstacle, it will kind of like break itself. So that's why we need a sort of weird thing that I'm gonna show you here, this little column here, to stop the whole machine. So what is this for is like, if we want to be able to use the machine, we have to stop the engine first. So once it's going on, like this column is just like relied to the engine, and when it will encounter a non-pushable block, it will just stop itself. Yeah, and you will be able to begin to use it whenever you want. And just for example, if you want to see what will happen if there isn't this sort of pillar or anchor, as I call it, what's gonna happen? And yeah, here now it is blocked, it is jammed, and yeah, it is slightly bit deformed. See, there is a part, it's just like fills the gaps. So if I got like a full wall of obsidian here, it wouldn't like have this problem. But because I have gaps in my wall of obsidian here, it didn't stop correctly. Okay, so here I've got like a part of the machine just like got out of here of this train. So there was just a little problem about this train is when I copy pasted it into this word, it didn't get it right, and you see that normally the observer block should be like this, but it isn't because the, the software MCD didn't flip the block, so I couldn't like show you, but now I can because I've built once again this. So just as like an example, a showcase. That's just how it should work normally. And you see, when it stops, there's actually a one block wide gap between each one of the parts. So there's like basically three, one, two, three, and yeah, like this is smaller, just made it into biggest because the biggest have to push the most block possible. Now let's get to the build. Okay, so we are gonna begin the tutorial or basically the building of this machine. So I have the machine just next to me just in case of because I just like built it straight out of my head, so it may be a little bit hard to memorize. Yeah. So at first, the first thing you are gonna do is to put two non-pushable blocks. For instance, I've choose option here. Gonna put one regular piston that will make the engine go forward, one stand block, and one sticky piston which will be like the only sticky piston in the whole machine. And then this is just like for armature here and here. And now you're gonna put here, 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 and here. And then you're gonna put the anchor, which is like basically two blocks like this. You can put a third sand block, it won't change a lot of things, but I prefer to put a regular block like a stone or anything like this, because when it will encounter non-pushable block like here, it will stop. Yeah. Okay, so we are gonna let this obsidian block here. Then we are gonna do a sort of here two two slam block column. Again observer block, then one observer block here and one observer block here. So there is like one in each corner and one that you make a diagonal like this. Then stick piston, 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 and piston. And here comes the hard part. So I'm gonna just skip a few blocks more. So at the beginning, you're gonna have stone here, here, and like this, and here. So it take a while to memorize this. Oops, sorry. This shape. This would be the first layer, Then we will use a second layer, which is like a lot more easier. Done? Okay. So then afterwards you're gonna put two slam blocks here, which would be the last slam block that we would use. Afterward, observer block. I don't know why, but I'm always forgetting their name now. And one new range of observer block. So why I'm not like putting observer block a wall of observer block is because the way that piston can be powered. Like for instance, if I do this, it will work. This, same. So then we will do our wall of piston, and then you could just put whatever you want. That whatever pushable block you want. Blah, blah, blah. I just like putting anything. As long as that it's not like going further than 12 blocks, it will work. So we are gonna test it. 3, 2, 1, and here. It works. And it's working very well. You see? Yeah. Okay. So that was all. I hope that you enjoyed the video. And if you want that I like explain this little part because it is a very complex part, I understand, I can make a tutorial about how to make like more varied, like different shapes, different size slam block machines with our beloved observer block. See you.